Good morning. So I have a half-finished cat house and a lot of things going on this porch. You can see I've finally got my paint for it yesterday, but Mufasa has decided that he's going to hang out in the cat house. I don't know how long he's going to nap. So I need him to get finished and to scoot along. I suspect that he's been out hunting all night. But anyway, let me ask y'all some questions. So I did finally get most everything off the porch. I've got a pile out here that goes to the basement, a pile out here that goes to the trash, a pile out here that goes down to the metal building, a pile that Papa needs to find something to do, this pile that goes to the barn until next season when Chelsea and I will be using them again for to display our floral bouquets. And yeah, all of this stuff was on the porch, y'all. Eventually, it's not going back on the porch. I've got to figure out how to make it not happen. And the porch still has clutter that needs to come off of it. We took the air conditioning out of the window. It needs to go also to the basement. And these boxes over here, Hugh talked to you about them earlier. This is an old sewing table, excuse me, that had belonged to my sister-in-law. And I'm going to paint the bottom part, the base, all of this, and the legs. You can see it opens up, I think. Did we fix it where it won't open up? We might have done that. I can't remember. But anyway, no, I think it still opens up. Yeah, it does. So you can see, uh-oh, I scared him off. I'm sorry, Mufasa. You can see where at one time it held the sewing machine. But it's not going to be used for a sewing machine any longer. And it has to be closed at the same time because you can see it's tongue and grooved. So let me fix it so it will close at the same time. It's hard to do with one hand. But over here's my mailboxes. Got this mailbox that had belonged to Hugh's mother, and this mailbox back here that had belonged to my grandmother, and then the tobacco basket. All right, some of y'all have, I'm certain, wondered about when I've talked about making tiny little tobacco baskets. You've wondered what I'm referring to. Well, this is it. This is a tobacco basket, and that's what they used to pack when they hand-tied tobacco. That's what they used to pack it on. It was probably along about 1983 when Hugh built for his daddy, well, and us as well. We were working with them, but built some of the packers that just kind of smushed the tobacco into a bale. They were called balers. That's it. I couldn't remember. But they were so actually beautiful. And no, I'm not advocating that anyone smoke, but they were so beautiful when they were hand-tied and placed on these baskets. And they would end up being probably about 3 or 4 feet tall from the basket itself, standing up. It's worth looking online and finding a photograph of tobacco baskets with hand-tied tobacco on them. They really were beautiful. But I ordered some basket making supplies. It's just fine little basket weave that's, I don't know, I think it's about a 1/2 inch wide, and I'm going to make them probably about 8 inches, 10 inches square, and they will and then we'll stain them with walnut stain, and then put our little dried flowers and an arrangement in them. This one is going back on the fireplace. You can see I've got a mud dauber's nest up there to get off, but I'm going to hang it like this so it will be kind of catty-cornered. And then I'm going to probably put a great big flower arrangement kind of sweeping and down. Hadn't decided for certain yet, but that's sort of the goal. But the big mailbox will go underneath of it against that fireplace. The small mailbox will go over here under this window. These pieces of porch furniture, I'm not sure exactly how we're going to arrange them so they won't be in the way. And then this little guy will probably go somewhere under that window. I think there'll be room for him and for the small mailbox over here in this corner. The cat house will go right here where it's at. That'll give them the mornings to lay in the sun on top of it, because when I when I fix this will be slatted on the top, just like this floor, when I finish slatting the floor. And I'm cutting a piece of foam rubber to put on top of that. I have ordered some, well, no, I haven't ordered it yet, but I'll be ordering some fabric, some canvas fabric that's for lawn furniture, to cover it so that it will be waterproof, but it will go on top of the slats. And I left enough of a little lip so that it won't slide off. It'll just be, you know, totally kind of wedged in there. And so that'll give them a place on top. I might make them, I don't know, a little ramp so that they can go up easier when they get older. But I don't know, for right now they're all young, so I may not fool with that. But the front is going to have just a great big door that will open up when I need to clean it out. But it's also got a little kitty door. It's the extra large, because you've seen Tux. He's a good sized dude. And actually Mufasa that was laying in here, he's a big guy too. But anyway, so it will have a kitty door inside of the door, the big whole frame door that will open up. But the kitty door, they can go in and out. Will keep them warm, and it will have just a tiny little amphibian light bulb, one of the little black ceramic light bulbs in here, or it's like a little heat bulb that's for terrariums, where you have snakes and lizards and things. But that will give them just the tiniest little bit of heat in there, just to keep them snug. And then I'll be putting wood chips in the bottom. And so yeah, that'll give them a nice little snuggly place. Or I might put them a blanket in there. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. But they'll have something comfortable on the bottom to lay on. And then that little warm bulb. And that'll go in there. All 5 of them usually snuggle together. So that'll give them a nice little snuggly place to be all night together. But I did finally also, I've got the paint for the little house, and it's just white. It's just going to be white exterior to paint all of it, so it'll be kind of inconspicuous. The fabric that I have picked out, that I have not ordered yet, is just kind of geometric shapes, but they're all different colors, and they have this beautiful pea green that I have bought. This stuff's been sitting on the porch. I got to take it inside, because if it starts getting colder than it has been, it'll be bad. So let me put it over here in the light so you can see it. That's the color that I'm painting the mailboxes, and also the bottom of the sewing machine cabinet. The top of the sewing machine cabinet is staying the color it is. I'm just going to just kind of steel wool it off and clean it up a bit, and then poly it really well, nice and heavy. These shelves that we had put in originally, when we had thought we were going to have the flowers with friends on this porch, we're going to turn them flat and scoot them to the outside edge of these posts, and I will be buying flower pots that will actually fit inside it. Hugh and I had built something like that for Hugh's mother years ago, and there was one for both openings, and they were really pretty. They gave her a place where she could grow flowers and have easy access to them. And so we're still going to do that. We've got one on the bottom and one on the top. We also have those 2 right there to do that side. And so I haven't decided for certain what color I'm going to paint them. I don't know, I may still paint them this crazy green, or I may paint them a real dark charcoal gray. But either way, I'm going to be buying my little flower pots to fit, and those will just, like I said, they'll be turned flat so that the flower pots will be facing, just facing straight up, and it will kind of be the flower wall sort of idea that I had originally had for this porch before we had decided to do the Flowers with Friends here. But now all of you that watch this channel know that we are going to be doing all of our flower events in the back of the house now, where we have my studio gallery room, classroom type thing all envisioned for back there. And yeah, so I don't know if we end up doing anything on this porch yet. We'll figure it out as we go. It'll work. All right. Well, y'all, I just thought that I'd show you what's going on this porch. And we're just still piled high to the heavens. I know that it's hard for anybody looking at this mess to envision what it will look like. I can envision it because I know where everything's going, and it just needs to get there. I've got to go get the tractor, but Hugh's using it right now. And the only tractor that I really drive well is the little orange Kubota, so that's the one he's using. So I'm going to leave him alone with that, and I'm going to start painting mailboxes and cat houses. Now that Mufasa has left, I think I'll work on my cat house a little bit. But you all have a super fabulous day. This is such a gorgeous week. Oh, y'all, I wish you could just enjoy this with me. I hope it's this pretty where you're at. We're like in the mid-70s. Look at the sky. It's just Carolina blue, not a cloud anywhere. Chelsea's still inoculating mushrooms. And we are just having the most perfect autumn weather you can imagine. I hope you are where you're at, and I'll talk to you soon. Love you much. Bye-bye.